Welcome everybody to the upgrade show. It is time to upgrade. Why are we upgrading? I will show you. Last episode we put in... I thought I saw something weird right there. Last episode we put in our spawn system and we got things a spawning, and I have not let this run very long. I want you to know that. I want you to see all of the junk we have collected in just a little bit of time. I've turned it off. It's not running right now. But look at this. Look at all those ender pearls. Pearls for days. I actually pulled a stack of blaze rods out already, so that's the other bit of blaze rod. Sulfur, sticks, of course. Look at all that. This is from Witchies, and I pulled a stack of redstone dust out. This does not even cover half of the stuff that's been coming out of here. I've been combining, every time I get a bunch of bows, I've been combining them together. Look at all these common treasures, and look at all this uncommon treasure. Why would I have more uncommon treasure than common treasure? Interesting. And then the fish farm has been going bonk. Oh, and so, okay, we'll go take a look at this. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. It's crazy. Why do I have so much stuff? Oh, what was that? Auto smelt 1 on there. More of that. Some of this, of course, is junk. Another one of these safari nets. That's the 3rd safari net. Oh, I see what we're going to come to next. Fuel efficiency 4. No script. Oh, I wonder if that's just something. Ooh, that would be kind of cool. Bane of arthropods. Yeah. Oh, well. Well, look at all the fish. Look at all the different fish that we've got. Incredible. So, a couple things that I've already upgraded is, number 1, a chunk loader. Very needed item for this area because my power farm here, the trees weren't growing because the chunk was unloaded when I wasn't in, and then of course the everything was still taking power, so it was emptying out my power. I also made another 4 dynamos, so we're actually up to just having 2 not working right now, but this is working swimmingly now, so I should be in plenty of power and stay in plenty of power. Let's see here. I made, it's all alone by itself, but I made a little, it's sitting out there all by itself. It's got no one to play with. We got to get some books and get an enchantment table going, and I'll probably change that over to an auto enchantment table. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so let's go take a look here. I made chests for arrows, and I pulled all the arrows from over there into here too. It's not like I came up with those. Weaponry, so all the different weaponry, like I said, I have been combining, as I've been getting them, I've just been combining bows and arrows to make fully complete bows and arrows, or close to it, I suppose. And then, of course, all the enchanted bows, too. Armor, which, again, I've been combining as time goes on here. So that'll be a little bit more of a thing. And maybe I'll have some... sorry. Maybe I'll have just some general nice-looking armor and stuff, too. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I got this fishing rod, which is an auto smelt. So I've got 2 auto smelt 1 rods. I don't know how. I guess I could use a disenchanter. I'm sure there's a disenchanter to pull the enchantment off the book. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's go over here. Okay, so... oh, I'm sorry, I have 7 name tags now. I have 2 saddles from that thing. I'm getting about a sheet of plastic every time I look in it. Here's 2 more books, or 2 books rather. I've got these 20. Let's see here. I now have 3 safari nets. I'm surprised I didn't have more bottles of water. More bowls. Another tripwire. So where's my tripwire? So 5 tripwires now so far. Yeah, here's that blaze rod that I was telling you about. So I'm going to take a couple of those anyway. We'll just put all this stuff in here. And what do I do with the... Yeah, I've been getting lily pads. Those are the junk ones, supposedly. But, you know, we can always use lily pads. We can always find a use. Let's see, what else have I done? That's pretty much it. I wanted to kind of keep you guys in on the loop for what I've been doing. Oh, I also started a new project. Because I know that my power needs are going to go up dramatically. I decided I wanted to make some solar panels. And the ones that I want to look at are these solar panels. Yeah, these here. These solar panels. So these run, this is solar expansion, and it runs about in the same vein, or it doesn't run about in the same, it runs in the same vein as thermal expansion. So you've got the leadstone, then the hardened, then the redstone, and then the resonant, which is of course using the endurium. And then you can get into the advanced solar panel and the ultimate one, which these run, or they work almost exactly the same way as these do. The advanced solar panels and stuff like that. So you had what? Solar panel, and then the advanced solar panel is a little bit different. Oh no, there was the solar panel where you made this solar panel and you did the 8 around something. I don't know. That was in, I think, Monster. These, you start off making a leadstone, a leadstone, and then for the hardened, you make 8 leadstone and you put them around a hardened solar core, and then you get a hardened solar panel, and then you get the redstone. You guys get the idea here. So I'm going straight for a redstone solar panel. So I'm going to need for each of these, it's 8 of these. For each of these, it's 8 of these. So it's basically 192, I think, solar panels. So I'm making a ton of solar panels. I've got my steel nuggets. The thing is, I need lead, or I need steel nuggets here, and I'm making steel nuggets. Bum bum bum. Oh, something new in a blast furnace, because this apparently is the only way to make a blast furnace. So now I've got over half a stack. I'm not going to make a coal coke furnace because this is I just need some steel. I don't need a lot of other things at this point anyway. If I need coal coke, I'll make a coal coke, but the fact that I can use charcoal, I'm just going to go ahead and continue to boil up charcoal. So I moved my furnaces over there, and they just pump right into the blast furnace. And again, like I said, if I need to get to coal coke or anything like that, I'll go ahead and do it. But with coal coke, you get all that creosote, and then once the thing fills up with creosote, you can't use the coal coke, and I don't know. I'm just not going to mess with it. I can't be bothered. So this is a little thing in progress. This is the beginnings of, so this little thing here. So this is actually a crafting grid thing here, and then I'm going to put in the redstone and stuff like that, and then this is the iron and lead ingots, which is this right here. So just to let you know what's going on. The next thing that we're going to do real quick is create something that we've been needing for a while, which is ender chests. Yes, is the ender chest. So chest, wool, obsidian, and those things. So let's go do that real quick. We'll make a couple chests, I guess, first. And we'll just do that. You know what? We always need chests. There. And then we need wool. Wool. which I have some. And let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I'm going to need more. I forgot I'm going to need quite a bit of these. And the chests. And the wool. And the obsidian. Ba-bum! Okay, so I've just basically moved the entire processing stuff from over there to over here. Cobblestone, cobblestone, or compressed cobblestone, double compressed cobblestone, gravel, compressed dirt, and then I haven't set the diamond pipes up with this stuff, to tell it which chest to go in, and I'm not worried about that. We'll get to that. There's plenty of room in the chests until I can get that caught up and figured out. And this is not the way this is going to end anyway. All of this will probably go away, except for maybe I'm still going to use the auto workbenches to compress the cobble and dirt and gravel. But this stuff is going to go directly into inventory as soon as I get inventory set up, and then the ores I think will get processed immediately as soon as I get an ore processing plant set up, which will be very, very shortly. But let's get back over to the mine. And that looks just absolutely silly. Ooh, goggle eyes. Okay, so between the last recording and now, the last thing you saw and now, I recorded a whole bunch of stuff. And even before that, I was a good little camper. I really was. And I cleaned my computer. I thought the fan was running a little bit, and so I decided, let's just go ahead and clean the computer. So I took it apart and I blew out the inside, and it wasn't all that dirty, but there was some dirt. So that's my cleaning update. I cleaned my computer, and the one thing that happens whenever I seem to clean that seems to happen every time I clean my computer is DxTory likes to reset itself for some reason, even though I unplug everything and then I plug everything back in. I don't necessarily plug everything back into the same USB port. So my mic goes through a preamp and then into the USB port, and I don't always plug that back into the exact same USB port on my computer. And I think it messes DxTory up enough that it does weird stuff. So instead of recording the mic, it started recording line 1, which has nothing to do with my mic. So I've got a whole bunch of footage that I have no sound of me talking on there, which you guys might say, that's okay. We're all right with that. We'll see if we can live. I cannot. And I don't remember where I was and what I was doing or anything like that. So we're going to do a very quick tour. Oh, same. So I said hello to him about 5 minutes ago. We're going to do a really quick tour and show you all the things that I've done. Okay, first thing is, this chest here is matched up to my Ender Pack, and that's all what stuff is in there. Oh, Jake was on. Oh, I did not know that Jake was on. So that was all in there. So that's just a storage place thing for me. Let's see here. I moved my villager, and we'll get to that in a second. That was kind of part of this. I think I showed you my blast furnace, which was fine. And then I redid this. I came back and I said, I was looking at all the contraption and stuff that was here, and I go, you know what? I think I can do better than this. And also, you know, I looked at this and I went, wait a second, this thing just draws out automatically and puts in there. Why aren't I doing that with Ender IO here? So that's exactly what I did. I switched this all to Ender IO. That makes some sense. I probably will redo this even a little bit more to maybe get rid of this sitting here and stuff like that. I don't know. But anyway, so there's that. The only thing with the Ender IO, I put in item filters, and you only get 5 slots for items. So I think I'm going to switch these over to the type of filter that says, okay, if it's in this chest, you can put it in here, and if it's not, then don't. And then I'll probably have just another small chest over here. But this is all going to change pretty soon anyway. And here's what's going on over here. I don't remember if I showed you this before either, but I upgraded to redstone energy cells, and they're all full. And one of the reasons why they're full is because this thing is operating at 100% capacity now. It is moving along quite well. And I don't think I showed you this before, but I also installed a bioreactor, and that bioreactor feeds you can kind of barely see it right there, into a biofuel generator, and that actually generates supplemental power. It takes the excess from excess tree saplings and puts them into here. So waste not, want not. And of course, it's all full. This I filled up with dirt, and then I did it. I'm never going to need more than 2 stacks of this stuff for sure, because this plot is only 3 by 3. So I only need 9 saplings at any given time. Hi, Lulu. My Lulu cat is standing in front of me. There you go. So everything is running very well here. So I've got the bioreactor going. So that's creating the biofuel generator is creating more power. And then I created this redstone solar panel. It took 64. Let me see here if I can. Let's see here if I can just replicate this real quick. 64 leadstone solar panels. So you've got to make 64 of these, which go around 8. You use that to create 8 of the hardened solar panels, and then that you put 8 around the redstone solar core, and you get the redstone solar panel. But for right now, this is staying very full. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this. Also, these 3 things, I don't remember if I showed these before. I upgraded these 3 machines. Number 1, I put Ender IO pipes on them. And then number 2, I used these octatic capacitors. Goes crazy on the speed that these things process ores now. Let's see, down here. And I think I forgot to even talk about this because it was just such a non-issue at the time. But I was looking back through some old videos. A fisher. So you just do a 3x3 2D pole thing. You've got your fisher going. It's sitting on idle because this thing is very full. And it just goes bonkers. I mean, just absolutely bonkers. I've probably got 20 name tags. I can't even imagine how many saddles, how many of these one-time use safari nets, boots out the you-know-what, leather, plenty of plastic bags, fishing rods like there's no tomorrow. I mean, I'm just set on everything with this. So I'm just going to let it sit like that and not actually do anything. I don't know what I'll do. Ender pearls, I'm barely running the spawn system. Which I need to run it just to get this stuff, and I probably need to get more blaze rods. So I may undo the Ender auto spawner. I don't know. I may go for a full box of those. And then I did this. So this is a cow thing and a sheep thing. The sheep are only in here for Oh, I threw the thing down. The sheep are only in here for their wool. And I've got a rancher over there. The cows are only in here for their beef and leather. And I let this run for just, gosh, I mean, maybe half a day. And I had a double chest full of wool. And then this, I didn't even have the breeder full of wheat. And then I've got a chrono. So just in case, I've got the breeder here. I've got the chronotyper here. On the back side over here, I've got, right there. That's a rancher that filled up that thing. This tank is, let's see, it's 16 buckets per little block. There's 8 blocks. It was filled up before I even had this thing full of cows. So I just pulled the cows that I had over there and put them in here. And so you're probably wondering, oh, and then I've got, how does he keep on getting in without me? He never gets on. Interesting. He must be having trouble getting on. We just upgraded, and we were basically forced to upgrade to Infinity 1.10.1. And I think he might be having problems. I hope he's not having problems just getting on. Anyway, you guys are probably wondering how I'm powering these things. Ah, yes, you'd like to know, wouldn't you? I should probably tell you. Let me grab, nope, my wrench. And when I do this, you will see. Ready? Bloop. These are painted blocks from Ender.io, and they actually conceal all of the piping. Look at that. You can't tell that that's not regular piping. It's great. I love it. So yeah, that is what's going on. So I've got everything just feeding in. I've just got it hooked up to these 2 chests for now, and eventually it'll all go into the storage area. I'm not going to worry about. I'm not going to worry too much about. Making this thing run constantly. I guess I could, but I'm just not going to worry about it because, I mean, I'm not going to need too much. 2 stacks of leather. 1, 2, 5 stacks of beef. I'm not going to need to worry about meat for a long, long time. The other thing that I thought about doing was over here, over on this side, putting a chicken farm thing. Put chickens over. Have a chronotyper that pushes them off into here. I don't know if I'll do that or not. I don't really need chickens, although I might need their eggs, I suppose. I haven't done anything with them. Most of the pigs, or if not all of the pigs, are gone now. They're out wandering around. I don't care. I'm not going to need them. Now I say that and watch me need pigs all of a sudden. But if I do, I can always breed. And I can get them and breed them. It's not the end of the world. Let's see here. So yeah, that's sheep and cattle. So I've got plenty of wool now. And there's an actual reason for that we'll be doing coming up. And then up here, you can hear them. So yeah, so I went back over to the village over on the other side of the mountain and picked these guys up. There's a spot over there where they're just breeding like crazy, so I'm just going to keep grabbing them. I also grabbed, do I have that here? Yeah. I grabbed this safari net. I grabbed a guard. Now, you can't trade with the guards, but I have a specific plan for them. And I'm not putting them out, and there's a reason. Or I didn't put him out, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is this. Whenever, I don't think they recognize these carpenter stores as legitimate doors, and I could be wrong about that. I'll have to test that and see. But I don't think that they recognize these doors as legit doors. So that's okay. But I let the guard go, and I let the I let the guard and the librarian, because I got the librarian, go, and they immediately started just going downstairs, just like the iron golems did. And pretty soon, the guard was down at the very bottom, walking around the tunnels down there. And then I thought, oh gosh, if he's down there, he'll be able to get over to kind of where I've got that little opening and be gone, and he'll die a horrible and painful death. So I've kept him in there. What I'm going to do, and this was kind of half the plan all along, was something that I needed a lot of wool for and a lot of ender pearls. Can you guess what it is? And it has to do with this. I'll bet you can guess now. If you don't know much about open blocks, this will be fairly foreign to you. But one of the things you can do at home in your spare time is, oh wow, I had that going on. One of the things you can do in your spare time at home, try this experiment, elevator. So, I am going to segment these things off with elevators, and I hate this. I hate this right here. I hate going up and down these stairs like this. So, we are going to elevator the whole thing, and I'm going to try a couple little things real quick, just to see what they look like. I don't know how much I'll keep. Maybe I'll just keep with the standard square here. I don't know, but we'll try a couple things real quick. Probably on this level, because this is the most finished level of all the levels, and see what happens. But in any event, I will be right back un momento.